Welcome to the last episode of Auditing Critical Areas in 2025. I'm Hamza Kokar. Let's quickly start with the main drivers of supply chain challenges. While 60% of organizations invest in alternative suppliers to de-risk supply chains, 60% of leaders use less than half of existing redundancies during disruptions. Overinvesting in the wrong areas drives up costs, with 77% of leaders believing budgets should have been better distributed. Without targeted investments, organizations risk wasted resources and excessive costs. Less than 5% of procurement leaders have sufficient visibility to detect risk events within 48 hours. Regulatory pressures such as the German Supply Chain Act and the EU Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive require enhanced traceability and transparency. However, unreliable data and lack of visibility into sub-tier suppliers remain significant barriers, increasing compliance risks and potential penalties. Without clear visibility, managing your supply chain is like trying to drive through fog with your sunglasses on. I mean, it's technically possible, but you probably shouldn't. So what should auditors focus on during supply chain audits? Insufficient redundancy planning can expose the organization to supply chain disruptions. So review decision-making processes to ensure redundancy investments are risk-based and consider supplier capacity and geopolitical risks. Poor scenario planning can leave the organization unprepared for supply chain disruptions, making it essential to assess the frequency and effectiveness of planning exercises, including post-mortem reviews of past disruptions. Inadequate regulatory due diligence can lead to compliance breaches and reputational harm. So evaluate how emissions, human rights, and other regulations are integrated into supplier assessments and reporting. Delayed or inaccurate supplier reporting can jeopardize regulatory compliance, making it important to assess processes for securing timely and reliable supplier information. Weak supplier oversight can result in poor performance and contractual breaches. So review monitoring processes to ensure effective tracking of supplier obligations and key performance indicators. Analyzing a few red flags when planning your supply chain audit is a huge effort regulator. Look for percentage of supply chain budget allocated to redundancies and alternative suppliers, availability of alternative logistics options, and percentage of redundant suppliers used during disruptions. Number of new disruptions, time taken to discover disruptions, and average supplier recovery time. Percentage of suppliers reporting compliance data, amount paid in fines due to regulatory non-compliance, and trends in regulatory action. And now roll up your sleeves and ask management a few fact-finding questions. How do you decide when to invest in redundancies? And how is budget allocated across the supply chain? What criteria are used for supplier risk assessment? And how do you maintain visibility across tier 1, 2, and 3 suppliers? How do you ensure compliance with human rights and GHG emission regulations? And how is compliance across jurisdictions tracked? How quickly can the organization switch suppliers or source alternative materials after disruptions? And what is your approach to preparing for upcoming supply chain regulations? Effective supply chain governance is essential to managing disruptions, ensuring regulatory compliance, and optimizing resilience investments. By assessing redundancy strategies, monitoring supplier performance, and asking the right questions, auditors can help organizations strengthen their supply chains. Thank you for watching this 10-part premium series. It is a show to supercharge and razor sharp your audits. That's it from this series on audit planning. Please share it with others who may need it. Kindly comment on what else you would like me to focus on. Stay sharp and keep auditing.